there's too much of this, bird talk.
Tick talk.
There's too much of this chicken head stuff going on and bird talk. Most of the chicken heads that we're getting these days are fake. And they're actually admitting it now, I guess. They're just coming out and saying it. I saw this video. They're just coming out and saying it. And now they're not saying who they're affiliated with, but they have competitors who they're competing against, plural competitors. So I'm wondering how many people know that they're just blatantly coming out here with all this stuff, the fake chicken heads.
Thousands of pounds of chicken meat without killing a single chicken. And Upside Foods has spent over $200 million in research and development in order to create this technology.
Let me show you how we do it.
Please do. I don't understand.
When we took cells from a chicken egg in 2018, we cracked an egg, we took a small amount of cells, and we froze them in this that goes down to -80.
Wow. And you've used those cells to make hundreds of thousands of pounds of chicken meat.
Step 2 is we take those cells, we gently thaw them out.
Oh my gosh. This is simulating a chicken's body, and the cells are just multiplying.
Once we get enough of them, we move on to step 3.
This is protein, fat, sugar. I'm literally feeding the chicken cells over there so they can multiply into chicken meat.
That's right, yes.
And once the chicken feed is in the container, it moves all the way through these pipes and through the factory and eventually ends up in here.
We can look through this. You'll see chicken cells just swimming and swimming in there.
Oh my goodness. It's a lot of chicken. So, every 2 seconds, this produces a chicken's worth of chicken meat.
Yeah, every few seconds.
Crazy,
Who's Shogun over here?
I don't know who Cherokee is, but it's crazy. I don't know if when I always think now. I wonder if ICE listens to this stuff, and you hear this, these accents, and you're like, and then you hear this other guy who probably owns an AR or something. And he's like, oh my goodness,
that's Mr. Beast.
Is that Mr. Beast?
That was Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah, he's got 2 ARs then. I already know.
Man, that to me, he's got so much money. And I was sitting there thinking, that's the epitome of propaganda. He's over there trying to convince his young audience that we need to start eating penguin meat.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Or at least, again.
He's like, oh, wow. Every 2 seconds, we produce a whole chicken's worth of hippo meat.
Yeah. Andrea on the comments said, no, stop playing God. Ick. Pure evil. Probably a fake chicken.
Well, at the same time, you're probably typing that comment while you're eating your McDonald's chicken nuggets with your sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, John Armstrong said, how is this cheaper than just growing chickens? I see what you did there, John. Cheaper, like the cheaping.
Look, nobody cares about chirps. Nobody cares about any of that. What they want you to do is eat this meat. And they're only telling you it's chicken because it's something you want to eat. You don't know what that is. You don't know if it even sells. You don't know what that is, and nobody even cares. But Mr. Beast over there, he's telling you, you got to eat this stuff. Yeah, and I think, the comments. I don't understand why people comment on this stuff. Like, if you lived a certain lifestyle, maybe, you feel this justification. But most of the people who comment, they're participating in this whole operation. And yet they feel like they're a vigilante at the same time while they're shoving their face with this mystery meat.
This cheapers.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm the same way, but I don't care. It's like, it is what it is at this point. You live in a government that you already know. You got Peter Griffin over there talking about the Constitution. And you got people over here talking about chirping chickens and mysteries from penguins and virtual families. And we feel like, we need to say, hey, stop playing God.
Yeah, and traffic jams like, oh, yeah. Literally, yeah, the government is God and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny, in my I used to drive my Jeep a long time ago, and I got so tired of people rear-ending me. And it started, the more that it happened, the more it hurt. So I had to start building up extra cushion in the back. So that way when people did hit me, Yeah, it wouldn't. It would take some of the force. So there's extra cushion in the back.
Yeah.
That's I was building it up in the trunk, and more. The trunk was getting bigger and bigger. Like people could actually see it when I was driving by. They're like, "Wow, that's a double wide surprise."
That's why I think when those Tesla bots were coming out, and they somehow convinced Kim Kardashian to do that romance scene with those bots. I think what they were doing is talking about that, because what gives you more cushion in the back than a BBL? So
I guess. But I'm talking about cars. You're talking about a G-Wagon.
Well, what's back shots between friends?
Yeah, I guess you got me there.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if my friend rear ends me,
I was just tired.
I'm going to be okay with that. But now, if a stranger does it, that's invasive.
Well, still, a stranger or friend or foe, at least. I'm not going to be blindsided. Like I was getting it in the back so much. I was getting whiplash.
It's only because it was from strangers. It was from your friends. It's like, hey, bro, we can tow that truck somewhere else. That's fine.
I've seen Stranger Things.
Yeah, stranger danger.
Yeah. And there is a certain amount of protection you can start building up.
Yeah.
You start building calluses, but you also start building. Sometimes you build bonds with the people that rear end you because you have to get out. They get out. You guys exchange personal information, and you have to, because the police are going to sit there and watch like a cameraman. Can't touch this flow. Where's my hammer pants? You guys have heard it before. You just have to be safe when you're driving. Make sure you're protected. Like I said, there was so much junk in the trunk of my Jeep that it was actually weighted down. Like it was almost a low rider.
Well, you got to be careful. You have too much protection, they become projectiles.
No, it was just a bunch of cushion in the back.
Yeah, but it's gonna hit you in the back of the head.
No. I'm talking about like I was using massive mattress foam cushions in the back, and that way when somebody does rear end me again, which it always happens, they would faceplant into benevolence.
I don't believe it. There's people out there that like to brake check. And see, the brake checkers, they're acting like they don't want it. They don't want to get hit. But what they're really doing is trying to force you. It's like inverse rape. Mm-hmm. And what they're doing is they're pretending they don't want it, but they get in front of you on purpose. They brake check you, and then you slam into them. And they're like, that's right.
Yeah, I used to have this friend in high school.
And they ain't got no protection.
Yeah, no.
They're taking it raw.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they know, too.
Yeah,
they know. They're not going to tell you.
It's premeditated.
But I used to have this friend in high school. I'd be walking. We'd be in the gym and all that, and, in the locker room. And we'd be walking quickly, mind you. And then all of a sudden he would just stop and he would bend over really fast.
That's right.
And he would act like he was picking something up. But
wait a minute.
He never was picking anything up.
Wait a minute. I thought we were talking about cars.
We are. Mm-mm. But you were talking of you bridged the gap between men and machines.
No, I was still just talking about people brake checking.
We brought up that chicken Kardashian.
Yeah, well, that was just symbology.
The goth chick.
That was just symbology.
Yeah, of course. Well, the car, though, is what matters. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're ICE out there, I don't know if I should tell you be careful or just drive out there, I guess. But if the government's doing that, yeah, you got to drive safe, especially in these perilous times when global change is happening. The globe is actually changing. Mm-hmm. It's getting colder.
Turning to a triangle.
It's turning cold. I don't know what the crystalline form it looks like.
I think that's why Trump wants Greenland. He wants to get to the top of the pyramid. That's what, the whole point of the Arctic Circle. You see, it's different.
The Arctic Triangle.
It's the top. It's the peak. If you really want to be king, you got to get to the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with national security. It's
national treasure.
Because they're not telling you the Earth is turning into a triangle.
I mean, I guess I could see that, but we'd have to.
I mean, they already alluded, like we've been told our whole life, the Earth is a globe. It's perfect sphere, and slowly they've been migrating. Well, it's kind of like an egg, and then they migrate. Well, no, it's more like a pancake, oblong egg, and it's all because they know it's changing shape. And what they don't want to tell you is that because everybody likes curves, they don't like his hard lines. And so, if we all figured out the truth, which is that the Earth is actually a real sharp pyramid triangle, and that's why they put it on the back of the dollar.
That's why they made that cartoon, King of the Hill.
That's right.
Sheesh.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
And all these talks about pyramids and the Egyptians, that was all planted back in the 1890s. You remember when we talked about the World Fair?
Wow.
And how they built all this stuff within 2 weeks?
Wow.
Yeah. The pyramids were built at that time.
So we're all just on one side of the pyramid. There's 3 other sides.
That's right.
And the Egyptians knew. They actually built pyramids to show us what it actually looks like.
You know, most people don't know the pyramids actually have 6 sides.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's inverted.
Yeah.
It actually has 6 sides, but they tell us it's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a square. It has 8 sides. It has the sides on the outsides.
Yeah.
And then sides on the inside.
Just depends on the dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see? It's all symbology.
Tetrahedron.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, colleague. I appreciate you showing us all about La La Land.
Oh, please.
Yeah. I think this is always a good refresher for our audience to remember the life that you're living and the world around you, because Peter Griffin is out there and he wants you to know the Constitution is for all of us. Regulators, mount up.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about our video or anything, instead of putting it in the comments this time, go ask a penguin.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
Those guys are up there at the top with Iceland or Greenland.
Or better yet, join our lives every Thursday on YouTube and tell us all about it. Next week, we're going to drop the mother load. Like Trump said, this is the largest load that we've ever dropped.
The biggest load that we've seen.
Yeah, everything we knew about physics is wrong.
Whoa! That's going to have to get censored.
No, it's just physics.
What's in motion stays in motion.
Yeah.